Hello class 7 students. So today we will begin with a new chapter, that is chapter number 5 from your history book. Chapter number 5, expansion of the Delhi Sultanate. So we have started already the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate with which dynasty? Slave dynasty. That we had done in chapter number 4. And in chapter number 4 we see Ghiyasuddin Balban was a very efficient ruler. He was the last efficient ruler that we see in the slave dynasty. Now in year 1286 CE he died. And then we see that in 1290 the Khilji dynasty comes up. It is Khilji dynasty or Khalji dynasty. Okay. So in 1290 CE we see that what? The emergence of Khilji dynasty. So what happened during that 4 years? 1286 Balban died, and then in 1290 we see emergence of Khilji dynasty. So during that 4 years what happened? Now during that 4 years many successors tried to carry forward the Mamluk dynasty, but the successors were so incompetent, they were so weak that they could not carry forward the Mamluk dynasty. So what happened? This political situation was not very good. So during that time, Jalaluddin Khilji, he was also known as Malik Firoz. What? So because of the weaknesses of the successors of Balban, we see that Jalaluddin Firoz Khilji or Jalaluddin Khilji is the founder of the Khilji dynasty. So in the year 1290, so we see that June 13, 1290 CE, Jalaluddin Khilji ascended the throne of Delhi Sultanate, and he rules for very limited time. You know what was the ruling time of Jalaluddin? That was from 1290 to 1296 CE. Only 6 years. So at the age of 70, he becomes the ruler. So he only ruled for how many years? 6 years. And then one very important invasion is taken during this year, during his reign. And that is what? The invasion of Devagiri. And where is this Devagiri? Is in Deccan. That is South India. What? Devagiri. Now this Alauddin Khilji was a nephew as well as son-in-law to Jalaluddin. So what he does, Alauddin, he takes the troop to Devagiri. Okay. And he does what? He is a very smart ruler, and then he looks to the situation, then he acts. So what happened when he went to Devagiri? The ruler, the king, was Ramachandra Deva. So during that time when he went and attacked Devagiri, what happened? His son had already taken the army for an expedition to some other place. So what he does? That time he did not have sufficient army provisions, Ramachandra Deva. So then he had to, go for a peace treaty with Alauddin Khilji. But by the time the son comes back, then they have a battle between Alauddin and Ramachandra Deva's son. So and in that battle, what happens? The Devagiri ruler is they lose the battle, and then they had to give huge amount and they had to surrender themselves to Alauddin, and they gave huge amount to Alauddin. Now, after that, when he comes back from Devagiri, what he does, he had a very good plan. What he wanted to take the throne of Jalaluddin Khilji. So what he does once he comes back, he made conspiracy with his subordinates, and then he plans to murder his uncle Jalaluddin Khilji. So after doing that, he declared himself as Sultan. And then what he does, to all the sons and the grandsons of Jalaluddin's sons and grandsons, either they were blinded or were killed. But Jalaluddin was a very good person, though he was not a very good ruler. Why? He couldn't rule for much time, and he had also served to Ghiyasuddin Balban. And he was very generous type of person. He used to forgive the nobles, and because of that behavior of his, he was so lenient with these people that Alauddin Khilji took advantage of this, and then he becomes the Sultan of the Delhi Sultanate during the Khilji dynasty. So let's read this passage from your book. So here is your chapter 5, expansion of the Delhi Sultanate, the Khilji and the Tughlaq dynasties. Now, we already had seen, I have explained how the Mamluk dynasty had ended, and then the Delhi Sultanate then passed into the hands of the Khilji dynasty. Now, the Khilji dynasty. Jalaluddin Khilji, the founder of the Khilji dynasty, captured the throne of Delhi from the last ruler of the Mamluk dynasty in 1290 CE. He was a mild and pious person. Okay, he was very generous. He not only forgave the rebellious nobles, but also treated them well. However, this led to lawlessness and revolts. So when he is not strict, when he is very humble to people, people take advantage of this. And then, taking advantage of Jalaluddin's generosity, his ambitious nephew Alauddin treacherously murdered him. Okay, now we move to Alauddin Khilji. So Alauddin Khilji, he ruled from 1296 to 1316 CE, and he is considered to be the greatest ruler during the Khilji dynasty, and he was the first ruler who extended from north to the south, that is where Deccan, the Devagiri. Okay, now let's see. And then he lavishly distributed the lavishly he distributed money, gold and all among the nobles. Why? So that they might forget the murder of killing of Jalaluddin Khilji, and he wanted them to that they should like Alauddin, right? So he used to give them lot of gifts. Now Alauddin Khilji won over the nobles, bribing them with rich gifts. Jalaluddin's sons and grandsons were either blinded or killed. Okay, and all obstacles to the throne were removed. So now he thinks that he was secure. So Jalaluddin's sons and grandsons were no more, so he can rule over. Alauddin declared himself the Sultan and ascended the throne of Delhi. It is said that he took back the gifts he had given to the nobles who had betrayed Jalaluddin and had all except 3 blinded and killed. Now Alauddin Khilji, who ruled from 1296 to 1316 CE. That was what? 20 years he ruled and was a brilliant general and a shrewd administrator. He dreamt of conquering the whole world. He was the first Turkish Sultan to build an empire. Where? In India. Now during his reign, okay, the boundaries of the Delhi Sultanate extended beyond the Vindhyas up to the Deccan. Is what from Gujarat, Ranthambore and all those areas, he went till Deccan, that is what, south. And the Sultanate reached new heights of power and glory. Now we'll go through the conquest of Alauddin Khilji. Now, what he did in the year 1299, he attacked Gujarat. And he was, as I told you, he was very smart. He used to know the situation, how is the situation in that place, and then he used to attack. Now that time, economically, Gujarat was not very stable. So what? He took advantage of that, and then he attacked and annexed Gujarat. And we see here that Malik Kafur, he is a slave. We have been seeing from the Mamluk dynasty that slaves become general because they are very loyal to their ruler. So we see here that Malik Kafur is a slave, and he was sold to Alauddin, and then he plays a very major role in the expansion of Alauddin's territory. Okay, now after attacking Gujarat, he brought Gujarat under the Delhi Sultanate, and then what we see, the next one, and the next conquest was Rajasthan in the year 1301. Then what happened? Alauddin had captured the fort of Ranthambore. Now after that he attacked Chittor, and that was the capital of Mewar. And why Chittor? Because Chittor was the trade route to Gujarat. So Chittor was attacked. Now when the kings of these places were attacked and killed, what will the wives will do? They are without their husbands. So what they used to do? There was a Johar. What was that? They used to make a huge so what happened? When the kings, when the Rajputs, they fought the battle with much brave, but after the ruler, the kings, they were killed. What the women will do? To prevent themselves, they also used to kill themselves by performing what? Johar, is burning themselves. So as soon as they used to get the news that their husband has been killed in the battle, so they used to jump in the fire and then burn themselves. Then there were other places that was captured, such as Ujjain, Mandu, Dhar, and then also in the year 1305, Malwa was also captured. So after conquering Malwa, that opened the door for the Deccan invasion. So they can now, after capturing Malwa, it was a open door for them to enter Deccan. Now let's read these things from your book. So here we see conquest. Gujarat, okay. Alauddin sent an expedition to Gujarat, which was conquered and annexed. Annexed means what? To make this place, Gujarat, subordinate. Now, Malik Kafur, a slave, who was what? Bought for 1,000 dinars. He eventually rose to the position of a general in Alauddin's army. So he plays a major role in the expansion of his territory. Next is what? Rajasthan. Now, Alauddin first captured the fort of Ranthambore and then attacked Chittor, the capital of Mewar. Now, the Rajputs fought bravely but lost the battle. The women performed Johar and burned themselves to death. This was followed by the capture of the important cities of Mandu, Ujjain, Dhar and Chanderi in Malwa. Now, by 1305 CE, what we see, Alauddin became the master of the whole of North India. The conquest of Malwa had further opened the door to the south. Now, let us see what happens when he goes to south. Now, the Deccan. Alauddin was the first Turkish ruler to send an expedition to the Deccan. Okay, the rugged terrain and the distance from the Delhi. Rugged terrain means what? The route to south was really very rough. Rugged means what? Rough. And terrain, rough landscape. Okay, area. And the distance from the Delhi had discouraged rulers of North India from going beyond the Vindhyas earlier. Now so what? So the rugged terrain and the distance from Delhi had discouraged rulers of North India from going beyond the Vindhyas earlier. You must have read in your geography Vindhyas and Satpuras, right? So they didn't want to go beyond, but because the distance was too much. So the Deccan expedition were led by Malik Kafur. He was a slave and very obedient, who defeated the rulers of Devagiri, Warangal and Dwara Samudra. He also attacked and plundered Madurai in the far south. We know that Alauddin had earlier also attacked Devagiri, and this was the second attack in the year 1307. Okay, he had attacked Devagiri. Why? Because the king refused to pay the yearly tax. And then Alauddin thus became the first Turkish ruler to extend his influence south of the Vindhyas. So under the general Malik Kafur, his territory is extended to the south also. Now, the successful Deccan campaign brought him enormous wealth and enhanced his power and prestige. Now, let's read this. Did you know? There is a famous legend about Alauddin Khilji. What is that? Padmini, the queen of Rana Ratan Singh of Chittor, okay, was famous of her beauty. It is said that Alauddin Khilji saw a glimpse of the queen in a mirror and was mesmerized by her beauty. Legend says that his passionate desire to possess the beautiful Queen Padmini drove him to invade Chittor in the year 1303 CE. However, the queen preferred death and committed Jauhar along with other women of the palace. So now we come to the end of part 1. Chapter 5, part 1. Kindly read the chapter, understand, and then till we meet again, bye and take care, children.